The US is in the grip of yet another natural disaster as multiple wildfires kill at least 5 people and destroy tens of thousands of properties in and around Los Angeles. According to the latest report, the fire was closing in on several famous Hollywood landmarks, including Hollywood Walk of Fame, the Hollywood Sign, and Hollywood Bowl. A fire chief has said that the Hollywood Hills blaze was rapidly expanding with zero chance of containing it. The disaster began on Tuesday afternoon when a powerful windstorm fanned the flames of a fire in the scenic Pacific Palisades neighborhood before quickly forcing thousands to flee. Close to 2,000 structures, including homes, have been completely destroyed in the fire. Fires have also burned an area of 28,000 acres of land, and more than 137,000 people have had to evacuate themselves to safety. Videos of this devastation are simply stunning. I've uploaded some of them on my Telegram channel. You can watch them here. Details are on the screen. Now, Canada has also sent its firefighters to douse these flames using helicopters. Why is that important? Because you mustn't forget that Donald Trump, the incoming president of the US, was threatening to illegally annex Canada only this week. This is what he had told reporters.
Mr. President, if we were to work under the assumption that you're serious about making Canada 51st state of the United States, the leader of the Conservative Party in Canada said, under no circumstances will it ever be the 51st state.
Maybe he won't win, but maybe he will. I don't care.
You had suggested.
Listen, I don't care what he says.
But Sir Lopez, you said you were considering military force to acquire Panama and Greenland. Are you also considering military force to annex and acquire Canada?
No, economic force, because Canada and the United States, that would really be something. You get rid of that artificially drawn line, and you take a look at what that looks like. And it would also be much better for national security. Don't forget, we basically protect Canada. But here's the problem with Canada. So many friends up there. I love the Canadian people. They're great. But we're spending hundreds of billions a year to protect it. Why are we supporting a country, 200 billion plus a year? Our military is at their disposal. All of these other things, they should be a state. That's why I told Trudeau when he came down, I said, what would happen if we didn't do it? He said Canada would dissolve. Canada wouldn't be able to function if we didn't take their 20% of our car market. You know, again, they send us hundreds of thousands of cars. They make a lot of money with that. They send us a lot of other things that we don't need. We don't need their cars, and we don't need the other products. We don't need their milk. We got a lot of milk. We got a lot of everything. And we don't need any of it. So I said to him, well, why are we doing it? He said, I don't really know. He was unable to answer the question, but I can answer it. We're doing it because of habit, and we're doing it because we like our neighbors, and we've been good neighbors, but we can't do it forever, and it's a tremendous amount of money. And why should we have a $200 billion deficit and add on to that many, many other things that we give them in terms of subsidy? And I said, that's okay to have if you're a state. But if you're another country, we don't want to have it. We're not going to have it with European Union either.
Several Hollywood A-listers, including Paris Hilton and actor James Woods, have lost their homes to these fires. James Woods, in particular, who famously produced Oppenheimer, was seen breaking down on CNN while recounting his horror.
I'm 77 years old, man. I can't walk up these hills. It's like Mount Everest there. It's like, pretty steep. So, it's just I posted this on X, but Sarah was on with her 8-year-old niece last night. And she came out. I'm sorry. Just, one day you're swimming in the pool and the next day it's all gone. But she came out with her little Yeti piggy bank for us to rebuild our house.
Oh my gosh. James Woods, we all hope that you will be able to rebuild your house, maybe starting with that little Yeti piggy bank. And we're just glad that you're okay and your wife is okay.
I'm sorry.
And have your lives. Yeah, no, I
I
mean,
thought
this is real and it's
I
raw.
thought I
And
would be stronger than this. I
you
thought
don't
I'd
need,
be
you are,
stronger
you know
than this,
what?
but you know.
Strength is not measured by whether, you hold in crying or not. Strength is what you are doing now and helping your neighbors and shining a light on the great, amazing work of all those firefighters and emergency crews out there. You have
They're
so much
great.
strength, and
They're
we
great.
appreciate you coming on to reflect what so many others just like you are experiencing in that raw emotion right now. We wish you the best, you and your wife, as you rebuild your lives. So many people are doing that right now and trying to process what's going on. So, James, and also keep us posted on your 94-year-old neighbor and everything going there. We're going to continue to talk, and we wish you the very
He's
best.
okay. He's okay.
Yeah.
They found him. He's in the hospital.
He's okay. Yeah.
I just worry. If anybody knows where Robert Trinkteller is, call me.
Yeah.
Let me know. All right.
That's
Thank
an
you so
important
much.
message. And also, there's this app that's really important.
He is, however, not receiving much sympathy from social media users who are calling it karma. That's because James Woods has been routinely celebrating the genocide of Palestinians by Israeli terrorists. And I'm not making it up. In one of his tweets posted in October 2023, in the immediate aftermath of the 7th of October attacks, he had written, and I quote, "No ceasefire, no compromise, no forgiveness, hashtag kill them all." End of quote. And he didn't stop here. In another tweet posted in the same month, he had written, and I quote, "Bomb the savages who did this back to the Stone Age. There are no gray areas. Kill them all. Every Hamas savage and every Hamas supporter on earth. Bury them with the entrails of pigs." End of quote. As expected, social media users cutting across their political and religious ideologies are now mocking the Zionist for his genocidal tweets. One wrote, and I quote, "We are loving your lost genocide supporter. Karma is a bitch. No ceasefire," he said. "Kill them all," he said. End of quote. Another user wrote, and I quote, "No ceasefire, no compromise, no forgiveness. You reap what you sow." This is karma, James. You are experiencing the 0.01% of what people of Palestine are experiencing. You mock them, you dehumanize them, and the universe is getting back at you. The universe hears and sees everything. End of quote. Another user reminded Hollywood fans to remember who the producers of some of these blockbusters are. This user wrote, and I quote, "Always pay attention to who is producing the films you watch and whether they hold genocidal psychotic views." James Wood, executive producer of Oppenheimer, pro-genocide, pro-ethnic cleansing, pro-war crimes. His house has just burned down. End of quote. Social media platforms are flooded with such posts that are mocking James Woods for being hit by karma. Personally, I don't believe in celebrating even when my worst enemies suffer tragedies. But the goings on in Gaza have been my red line. I have absolutely zero sympathy for any genocide enablers who celebrated the Gaza Holocaust. As for the rest of the victims of these fires, my heart goes out to them. I pray that these fires are contained at the earliest and they are able to lead a normal life once again. That's it from me. Thank you very much for your support of this platform and our journalism on buymeacoffee.com and Patreon. If you too think that our journalism is worth supporting, then you too should consider becoming part of it. In the meantime, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so, because that's one of the many ways you can support independent journalism. God bless you all.